So let's go live to Jerusalem now and bring in Avi Mayer. He is the former editor-in-chief of the Jerusalem Post. And Avi, really grateful for your time this morning, as I know you're trying to understand what this world looks like that we are now in. I guess one of the most crucial questions is when. There's what Israel will do and when. What are you hearing on those?
Well, Aaron, one wonders how many times a year we can refer to an act of Iranian aggression as unprecedented. We thought that was the case back in April when it launched its first barrage of missiles and drones at Israel. This one appears to have been larger and more targeted. And so it looks like Israel has no choice but to respond in order to send the message that this is not something that it will accept. Now, Israel has said that it will respond at a time and manner of its choosing. We don't know exactly what that will be, but I think every day that goes by without an Israeli response will further embolden Iran to take these kind of actions and further escalate its aggression against the Jewish state.
It does seem as if time is of the essence. As you say, it's hard to keep saying unprecedented, but time is of the essence now, perhaps more than it ever has been before. I mean, what's your sense, though, of when the United States, which says it's backing Israel, but of course is urging restraint and does not want escalation, does President Biden have much influence at this point on Prime Minister Netanyahu, or pretty much not at all?
Well, look, I think Iran launched this attack betting that the United States has no appetite for a broader conflict in the Middle East, that this is the twilight of the presidency of Joe Biden, that we're just a few weeks away from the election. The United States is not interested in getting involved in a war. At the same time, the United States recognizes that Iran is a deeply hostile, toxic, and destabilizing element in the Middle East and around the world. And if it allows this to continue, this will go further and it will target U.S. targets across the Middle East and perhaps elsewhere. So I think the United States does have an interest in responding. The United States officials in various different levels have said so just as recently as last night, that there will be severe consequences to this attack. And it's really a matter of figuring out exactly what that looks like and when that response might happen.
I'm curious, this morning, Tehran extended its closure of airspace until tomorrow. They had said they were going to open up their airspace this morning. Perhaps they were anticipating an immediate response from the Israelis. That didn't happen in the first hours, but they have now extended that airspace closure for another 24 hours. Do you think that gives a sense of what they expect in terms of Israeli response over these next hours?
Well, look, at the immediate aftermath of this attack, the IDF spokesperson Daniel Hagari said that Israeli planes would be engaged in high-profile targeting overnight. Later on, he and other officials said that Israel will respond at a time and in a manner of its choosing. So it looks like Israel's trying to give itself as much wiggle room as possible. I imagine that there are intense conversations going on now between U.S. and Israeli officials about what exactly this ought to look like. You'll recall that back in April, Israel chose to target a radar installation very close to an Iranian nuclear facility in order to send the message that Israel has the capability of carrying out wide-scale strikes, but is choosing not to do so in order to exercise restraint. We'll have to see whether that happens again this time.
Right. All right. Well, Avi, thank you very much. I appreciate your time. It's good to talk to you again.